Good morning, students. I hope everyone is fine at home. This time will also pass. Everything will get ready within few months. Let us pray that things will get ready soon. I hope that all are going through the chapters and notes given by the teachers. And once more, let us recall the things that we studied in English 1, Chapter 1, phrases. I hope you revised it and done all the homework in the textbook. Let us revise what all things we have learned. You have learned that a phrase is a group of words acting as a single part of speech and that it does not contain a subject and a verb. What is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words acting as a single part of a speech and that it does not contain a subject and a verb. Then what all things there? A phrase is a part of sentence and does not express a complete thought. Phrases like single words belong to various parts of speech when used in clauses. That is, they may be act as a nouns, they may act as a verbs, adjectives, adverbs, preposition, so on. Understood? So let us see what is adjective phrase. A group of words which does the work of a adjective is called adjective phrase. I had given you example. You remember it? Yes or no? Yes. So remember about adjective phrase. Then what is an adverb phrase? A group of words which does the work of an adverb is called adverb phrase. Then what is a noun phrase? A group of words which does the work of a noun is called a noun phrase. And different examples you have done in the workbook also. So I hope that you understood what is noun phrase, adjective phrase and adverb phrase. Then different types of adverb phrases, that also we had to see. Adverb phrases may be different kind. Adverb phrase of time, adverb phrase of place, adverb phrase of manner. What is adverb phrase of time? This tells us when something happens or how often it happens. We have already discussed that. Then what is an adverb phrase of place? An adverb phrase of place states where something happens. Where gives a place name where something happens. Then adverb phrase of manner tells us how something is done. I hope all of you understood this one, and I hope that you had done the exercise given in the textbook and written the answers. When school reopens, I will check all the answers which you have written and read properly and understand and write the answers correctly. Okay, that is my request. Answers will be checked when the school reopens. Today we will start with a new lesson number 2 or chapter number 2, clauses. What is a clause? We had studied different sentences. Sentence is a group of words that gives you complete meaning. Then phrases are the group of phrases. Phrase is a group of word which does not give a complete sense. Now what is a clause then? A clause is a group of words which forms a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate is called a clause. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words which forms a part of a sentence. And contains a subject and predicate is called a clause. In a clause, there is a subject and a predicate. For example, Take the example from your textbook itself. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. What is the subject and what is the predicate? Understand. Before going too deep into the different clauses, first and foremost, we should understand there are two clauses in a sentence. There are two clauses. That means a main clause and a subordinative clause. This main clause is known as an independent clause. What do you mean by independent clause? Main clause is known as an independent clause. Independent clause means it stands without any help. That means it has a subject and a predicate, and it has its own meaning. It is a complete sentence. But subordinative clause or dependent clause. Second one is a subordinative clause. What is a subordinative clause? Subordinative clause is known as also dependent. Dependent means it cannot stand its own. It needs support of a main clause. That is known as a subordinative clause. But subordinative clause is a dependent. What do you mean by dependent? You are a dependent person. You depend on your father. You are a dependent. Yes or no? That means dependent means you get support from somebody else. That is a subordinative clause. Look at the sentence given in your textbook. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. Separate the sentence. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Subject and predicate is there. Before you go to bed. That is an incomplete. Second part of the sentence is an incomplete sentence. See, brush your teeth is the main clause. Before you go to bed is a subordinative clause. When it stand together. Before you go to bed, stand with brush your teeth. That full sentence makes a complete sense. Yes or no? So, subordinative clause can be different kinds of depending on the kinds of function they perform. Okay. Different kinds of subordinate clauses are there. Now let us go deep into the clauses. First one, a noun clause. What is a noun clause? Noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own and does the work of a noun is called a noun clause. What is a noun clause? A group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own and does the work of a noun is called a noun clause. For example, I know that she is a teacher in the school. I know that she is a teacher in the school. In this sentence, what do you understood? What is the subject and predicate in this sentence? I know that she is a teacher in the school. Underline I know and circle that she is a teacher in the school. See, here I know is the subject, I is subject, that she is a teacher in the school. Yes or no? That she is a teacher in the school. That is a predicate. In this sentence, which is the noun clause, that she is a teacher in the school. That she is a teacher in the school. That is the noun clause. Understood? One more example. What I like most is her modesty. Once more listen. What I like most in her is her modesty. In this sentence, we could see that what I like most in her, that is the noun clause. Understood? Now, take the example from the textbook itself. Whoever thought of that idea is brilliant. See, whoever thought of that idea, that is a noun clause. Understood? The second one you see, during holidays we can go wherever we want. Wherever we want is a noun clause. So I hope you understood what is a noun clause and a what is a clause and what is a noun clause. A noun clause is a group of words that has a subject and predicate and does the work of a noun. Understood? That is a noun clause. Do the exercise B. Identify whether the underlined words are noun phrases. We had already studied noun phrases or noun clauses. Find out the difference between noun phrase and noun clause. Find out the answers of exercise B. Okay. For example, first one you see, my dog is my best friend. What it is? It is a clause or phrase. Find out the answers. Okay. You just find out, my dog is my best friend. It is a clause. So find out all the answers of exercise number B. So revise all the things every day and do the exercise. Okay. Thank you.